Hello, and we are back. This is now another interview, and I'm your host, Kuria Kennedy. This is Interview with Kuria, and it's a podcast derived at just getting the right story out of each and every one of us. Today, I have an interesting guest. He has built a lot. He's pretty interesting. He has the right tools and the right mindset to break in this creative economy that we have as a nation. So I need him himself to introduce himself, tell us more about what he's doing, and get right down to it. Now, my friend,
Yes.
let's get down to it.
Yeah. So my name is Zachary Odero.
Mhm.
It's an honor
Yeah.
to be here
Mhm.
among you today.
You're just honored to be here in the presence of wonderful people who are willing to listen and very enjoy, like they are looking forward to hearing what you've done because they have interacted with your work, and if they have not, tell them about what you do, man.
So what I do is I like creating stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, building visually appealing solutions
Mhm.
to problems in the society.
Yeah.
Yeah, identifying gaps and filling it.
Mhm.
So in that spirit,
Mhm.
I built a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Form Space.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So like Phone Space is personally I just heard of it before I knew you. So just know your brand is killing out here, man. Before I got to know of this giant and remarkable creator that he is, his story, his product was really crashing the market, and I need him to just put it out there and get you interested and get you hooked on what he's selling, because we just have it. He just has it. Like, he has the grit. He can be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Musicheze, ni normal, guys. So tell us about Phone Space, what it does, how it has built. For me, I've used it. I'll have my say as a user. But as for you, the mindset that it took to build it, as a young person, you're barely 21.
Yeah, 21.
21?
Yeah.
And you're already crashing it out here. Nice.
With the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
Yes.
Tell us about the mindset. Where did you start? What did the idea? How did you cook it up? How did you identify the gap that you said, okay, this is the right product for this market?
Nice. So one hot afternoon, I was talking about. Then I was noticing the posters. There's
a post, the steamer and
the steamer.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, why is there not a platform for clubs and societies in universities to post about events? Though wasiwakuwa wakijua.
Oh, yeah. I get it. For example, I'm a member of MUPSA, that is Maseno University Procurement and Supply Chain Management, and an association of also alumni. And we also always have that difficulty of inviting people. Maybe KISM is coming, that is Kenya Institute of Supply Chain Management, is around. And people can learn something, one or two, about procurement, logistics, on how systems run. But we don't have the right. We just have WhatsApp groups and status to post about it.
Yeah.
But you say Form Space can close the gap and get more people interested in your product.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, one occasion that has really did numbers in terms of Form Space when it came in place.
When it came in place.
Tell us about one event that you posted and it got some good numbers.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, actually, there's a time back, I went to a gala in Asia Premier in Kisumu. So there was it was my first time actually presenting in front of a crowd. That's when I officially launched it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was there nervous, I was just saying anything. So with the grace of God, I mentioned one key feature. That's called ticketing in Form Space. Yeah. So organizers can create tickets for the event. Yeah. So in the midst of the crowd, there was a person who was listening, and he was hooked on that part specifically. Yeah. So he came and approached me after I was done talking. That time I was feeling down. He said, so that guy approached me and was like, I'm interested in this product of yours. He said, I can set tickets. And I said, I told him, And then he was telling me the issue where of selling physical tickets. it is difficult to
walk around with the papers. And
yeah.
Because I actually interact with this most of the time, just in the streets of campus, where you see plays. The school plays, like people they have come up with the guys of drama and theater. A very interesting lady I had on my podcast at the beginning. Her name is Becky, and we always meet and tell me, "Hey, Kuria, we have a show coming up," and the only time I can interact with this is when I either find her or I just see in status. But Form Space is creating a space where they just don't have to go walking around. They just post it. They put the price of the ticket and everything. Then you just purchase and show up.
Yeah, you show up. Yeah.
Nice. This is interesting. But now imagine there's someone with the idea. He has seen the gap, but he doesn't have the zeal to start and build and maybe the skill set. How did you do all this? And did your major, like, or your bachelor's or your course, play a key role in you building this fintech idea?
Yeah, it actually did. Yeah, having a background in programming helped in a way. Yeah, it helped especially with interacting with these AI platforms that can do like most of the coding itself. Yeah, when you give a programmer artificial intelligence, I can do wonders. And just say that.
Wow, and I like this. Just the other day, I had some computer guys over, and we're having a conversation. Is AI really taking your jobs? Or is it just amplifying the talent that you have? Because AI, you just said AI can do programming. For me, I just have to learn prompt engineering. Just know how to write good, nice prompts. What is it going to do to your industry as a young person? Because there's always this conversation around AI taking over jobs. I don't know how you feel about this.
Yeah. See, if I was not creative, I'll be worried.
If you're not creative, you're worried. So AI is just a resource or a tool for creativity.
Yeah, exactly.
And did it create a big point of view creative space?
Yeah, actually, it is first in the process. If I had built this like hard-coded now with my hands, I will not even have finished up to now.
Wow.
Now, I won't even be halfway. Yeah. So it sped up everything. Yeah.
And can you just give us, maybe someone who is listening, a programmer, someone who has an idea, give them at least a blueprint or something, like an idea. Should I start with ChatGPT? Should I start with maybe Cloud? For someone who is a business major, I'll just look at something that I absorb knowledge from. But for you as a creator, someone who is making websites, apps, tell someone, maybe he's stuck somewhere.
Nice. So there are different AI models that are good at different things. So for research, maybe, because you have an idea, I want to research about it. I'll go with Claude or Gemini. For color schemes, Gemini really has a good eye for that. Coding standards, the best is Claude, obviously. ChatGPT.
What do you mean? What?
ChatGPT, kuna vile I see it with two eyes. That thing, it tells you what you want to hear, not actually the truth. So it's kind of manipulative in a way.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's a nice eye. That's a nice eye to it. Yeah. So as a creator, you might try and avoid it because you need the facts. You don't need what you want to hear. You need things that are actually factual. Just as a listener who is listening, just go think about Form Space. Log into your website or into your search engine and look up Form Space. You'll be happy to see what the services you get will be very, very encouraging. What about expansion? Maybe someone is in Nairobi, Mombasa, and they want to, maybe they have an event coming up and they need access. Or maybe what about entertainment, clubs, and if someone needs a party tailored to, how do I say this? Wants to go to a party that is solely on Afrobeats. There's always the organizers are there and they organize this stuff. Can you, like, the person who has an event, someone who wants the event, how do they meet you? Because at least now we know, me kind of to attend the event, I log into your platform. But what about the other guys? How can they access you?
How can they access?
Yeah.
So in Form Space, organizers post for themselves the events. So yeah.
Okay.
I've just given them a platform. So you can link it to IG of some sorts.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone posts for themselves. Yeah, IG is just a platform. So Form Space is just a platform. Yeah. So what they have to do is just apply to be an organizer. There's two types of organizers: general organizer and campus organizer.
Yeah.
So general organizers is for organizers outside the scope of a particular campus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can think of like the Sauti Soul, those guys, you see, Soul Fest, those are general organizers. They post events for everyone. And then there's campus organizers now who operate within the scope of a particular university. Yeah. So you just join the appropriate campus space first, and then you can apply to become a campus organizer.
Now.
Yeah.
Now we want to learn about the engine himself, the person, the creator, you. Yes. I need you to talk about yourself, man, because someone may see the product, but they don't see the mind behind it. We all use Facebook, we all use Meta, but many a times we don't think about Mark Zuckerberg. True. But most of us would like to think like him or would take a character of him. Tell me, has discipline, what has motivation, background, your parents, tell us about that. What is the key things that have contributed to your success to build this wonderful product?
Yeah. So number one, I think I'll go with my mom. My mom has been, throughout her life, I've observed her resilience, organization, and stuff. So I think that has probably encouraged me like to be, okay, I took that resilience from her now. Yeah, being a single mother, raising 4 boys alone. So yeah. So you can imagine how tough it is.
We should call her super mom.
Yeah, super mom. So that's why I got my resilience. Then another key factor, of course, is the Holy Spirit. That I cannot, it will be an injustice not shouting him out. Yeah. So that's where most of my now motivation came in. Because to be honest, there are many times I wanted to give up. Many times. Umekaa hivi umeangalia hata one era for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, no anything, no progress, no nothing. So that's where the motivation now came in. And then what else did you ask?
Because most of the times as young people in the creative space, maybe you have your story, you have your product, you have your idea, but you need to bring it to life and you need to break through the resistance, the doubt, because most of the times when you let the outside environment into your mind, you get clouding, like you just say it's not possible. But you need a clearing. Like there's this famous quote I like, that it is not the water outside that sinks the ship, it is the water that gets inside that sinks the ship. So how do you keep out the bad voices? And I like that you mentioned the Holy Spirit in this matter. I'm a believer, a firm believer, and God has guided my faith until now, introducing me to what a gent you are, man. And the discipline and the charisma you put out there. And even agreeing to come and have this conversation that will impact, if not hundreds, but millions of young people across Kenya and across the world, and get them to really interact with themselves and create something that they want to get there. Because if you want to be rich, they say your boss will never pay you enough for you to be their neighbor. Yeah. So for you already being your own boss, you have mentioned on something called you just decided to look at that era for 2 weeks and not give up. Now I need, like, what is your mental state at that point? Like your mental health at that point. Like you're not giving up, you are not breaking apart, you're not shouting, you just calm. How do you maintain that?
First of all, I did not say not to break down and shout.
You didn't break
I broke down and shouted multiple times. At some points, my mental was like down kabisa, because this is something I've not done before. I've never done before. I'm learning while I'm doing it. I'm facing a lot of resistance. There's voices in my head. There's another downside of using AI. It's called what's it called? imposter syndrome. Yeah. Yeah, you have the skills, but you don't feel that much accomplished.
You don't feel confident about what you know because I get you.
Because of that. And then when I do something, I usually told myself, oh, I'm not doing this thing good enough. I'm not with it. Yeah. So those kind of voices in my head. At first, I realized that these voices actually, they're not my thoughts. These are not my thoughts. As a normal mind, I will not tell myself such things. So that's why I came up with this now simple prayer where I say like, I rebuke each and every voice of the enemy in the mighty name of Jesus. But if it is you, God speaking, repeat to yourself, for your servant is ready and listening. And that actually helped get rid of all those.
Nice, man. Nice, bro. Yeah. It's wonderful getting to learn that people appreciate the concept of God in their lives, no matter the heights that they climb, because you are clearly you're clearly on the right track. You're beating your own path. Because it's the safety of walking the path that has already been made, but also there's the beauty and the creativity and the sense of poetry, maybe, because no one has experienced the journey to this point except you.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, there's something that bothers me sometimes when it comes to doing something great or doing something that is authentically yours. Because if you want to achieve greatness, you just have to be authentic with yourself.
True.
How do you tap into your authentic self? Like moving from 0 to 1. You know, most people move from 1 to 1,000, 1,000,000. But moving from 0 to 1 means creating something no one has ever created. For example, I like Elon Musk. I like this guy who created YouTube. There's a book called 0 to 1 exactly, written by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is also a renowned company. They started PayPal together. Then they separated and everyone went. There's someone who created LinkedIn within their circle. So you're among the people who create something from 0 to 1. Like we didn't have this existing. Now you have created it from 0 to 1. The mindset. You have an embodied a mindset of someone like Elon Musk in this generation and this time in our midst of ourselves. What keeps you going? What gives you that courage?
That courage.
Yeah.
To be myself.
To be authentic.
So there's one thing, revelation that I got is that each and every one of us has been put in this world for a specific purpose. Each and every one of us carries a unique light.
Yeah.
So that light will not come to manifest if you try to copy someone else. Yeah. So in this world, there's enough space for you to be yourself. And who put you on this earth?
God.
It's God.
Yeah.
So who is the key to discovering who you are? It's God. Yeah.
So you just have to look upon the creator, the original, like the person who has the manual of your creation, and he will just give you the direction of where you have to be.
Yeah.
Wow. That is pure philosophy, man. Because it is only you who can put the words together and put out the message because you have walked the path that you want to be. So everyone listening, I hope you have enjoyed yourself. It's pretty a serious conversation because of it's serious work being done. And it's in a time that we need to elevate and become better and move as a generation to places that we have to be. We are called for more. We are like there's enough. You've just said there's enough space for all of us to shine.
Yeah.
We all have our kingdoms. You just have to own yours. You can go and roll someone else's kingdom.
Yes.
I can come into a space and say, you know what, I just have to be you. I can't copy you. My light will be diminished.
Yeah.
I just have to do what I do. And you do what you do, man. Because there's only you alone here. That was my time. I need you your closing remarks. Tell them how they can get you. Tell them more on how they can interact with you, your socials, if they need to get to know you better, kind of thing.
Yeah, so my social, actually, I'm active on Instagram. So my handle is _dot Zax _. Zax is ZAQS.
Nice.
Yeah. What else did you say? Closing remarks.
Just that. Like, this If someone just wants to reach out and have a conversation on how to get better, that is it.
Yeah, just chat on IG.
Nice.
Yeah. Check out formspace.com. Space ama form. It's in the name.
Si mambo ni form tu.
Ni form tu. Sibweke na kuna space ama form tu. Yeah.
That is what I did. Umesema tu hivyo venye myself. Usibweke na kuna place ama form.
Yeah.
And this is your guy. Form space. That has been Interview with Kuria. Till we meet again. Ciao. Yeah.